There was a time when Las Vegas meant freedom. A $20 room, free parking, a buffet where the shrimp never stopped coming, and a city that promised you didn't have to be rich to feel rich. But look around now. The lights still glow, yet the smiles are gone. Every step feels like a transaction. Every drink hides a surcharge, and every dream comes with a price tag. Once, Sin City was the escape from reality. Now, it is the reminder of everything wrong with it. So what happened? How did the city built on generosity become a machine fueled by greed? Why are even loyal visitors turning away, saying they'll never go back? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we're going to peel back the glitter and reveal the truth. The secret that casino bosses don't want you to know, the one that nearly slipped out of the CEO's mouth on live TV. This isn't just about Vegas. It's a warning for every city chasing profits at the cost of its soul.
The corporate takeover. For decades, Las Vegas thrived because it understood people. The city was built on a simple promise: make guests feel welcome and they'll spend freely. That promise died the day Wall Street moved in. The old Vegas was run by characters, not corporations. People who might bend the rules, but who knew that fun was the real currency. When the mafia left, everyone thought the city would become cleaner. It did, but also colder. Boardrooms replaced backrooms. Suits replaced showmen. And suddenly, the goal wasn't to keep you entertained, it was to keep you spending. MGM, Caesars, and Wynn didn't just buy casinos, they bought the entire experience. From the moment you land to the second you leave, they own the food, the rooms, the parking lots, even the air you breathe under those glowing marquees. It's vertical integration turned into vertical extraction. A viewer once said it best: the corporations ruined Vegas. They rob you blind. And you can feel that sentiment in every corner of the Strip. The friendliness feels rehearsed, the service robotic, the fun calculated. It's not that the city stopped smiling, it just started faking it. The irony? These companies call it modernization. They frame every new policy as efficiency, every new fee as industry standard. But behind the buzzwords lies one simple truth: the more they automate, the less humanity remains. Vegas used to feel alive because people ran it with heart. Today, it feels like a spreadsheet. And if you think this takeover only changed who profits, wait until you see how it changed who pays. The hidden fees nightmare. It starts small, a few extra dollars for convenience, a harmless-sounding resort fee that quietly adds $40 more to your bill. Then a parking charge, even though you never asked for valet. Before you know it, your $99 getaway weekend has ballooned into a $400 regret. Vegas didn't just invent the hidden fee, it perfected it. Once upon a time, casinos gave you free drinks in cheap rooms because they wanted you to play. Now they charge you for breathing near the slot machines. Here's the cruel irony: the more you pay, the less you get. No free breakfast, no housekeeping, no smile that doesn't come with an invoice. Even the coffee shops, once havens for budget travelers, have joined the conspiracy. A Starbucks latte on the Strip costs $12, and you still have to tip the cashier who had to explain the extra service fee. A comment under one viral video captured it perfectly: you can milk a cow for years, but you can only slaughter it once. That's what's happening now. The corporations are slaughtering their own customers for short-term gain. What's worse, these fees aren't about inflation, they're about manipulation. You're not just paying for a service, you're paying for their illusion of value. They tack on a resort experience fee and then hand you a plastic wristband for access to a pool you'll never use. This isn't business innovation, it's psychological warfare disguised as hospitality. And it's not just draining wallets, it's draining trust. Once a city built on generosity, Vegas now teaches tourists to read the fine print before having fun. But if you think paying for your own water bottle is absurd, wait until you realize they've started charging you for something far worse: the illusion of winning.
The fall of the middle-class tourist. Once upon a time, Las Vegas was the great equalizer, the only city where a truck driver from Kansas could sit at the same blackjack table as a millionaire from New York, and for one night they were equals under the neon glow. That dream is gone. Today's Vegas no longer courts the middle class, it's pricing them out. Hotel rooms that once cost $39 now start at $189 before fees. Buffets that symbolized abundance have been replaced with gourmet dining experiences, code for smaller portions and triple the cost. The low rollers, the families, the retirees, the everyday dreamers are disappearing from the Strip. One former visitor summed it up bluntly. Long-term, Las Vegas is killing itself. The low rollers are what make high rollers worthwhile. And he's right. Because without the middle class filling the casinos, the city's lifeblood dries up. But the corporate logic doesn't care about community. It only cares about conversion rates. It's the algorithm, not the atmosphere, that now decides who gets served first. The free drinks are gone. The comps are gone. Even the laughter feels replaced by background noise. Locals see it too. Many casino workers admit tips have plummeted, morale is low, and loyalty is dead. When a city built on hospitality starts treating its guests like intruders, the magic doesn't fade, it vanishes. And yet, while the middle class leaves in silence, the suits keep pretending the numbers still look fine. They don't see the empty tables, the quiet lobbies, the fewer flight arrivals. Vegas isn't just losing money, it's losing the people who made it matter. But if you think this exodus is just about who can afford to visit, wait until you see what happens when the city starts losing its identity. Nostalgia and betrayal. Ask anyone who knew the old Vegas, and their eyes will light up with a mix of wonder and sorrow. They'll tell you about a time when a $20 bill could buy you a full night of laughter, steak, and Sinatra. A time when the dealers remembered your name, the drinks flowed without question, and the entire city seemed to whisper, "Have fun on us." That Vegas is gone, the one that believed generosity was good business. Now the new Vegas speaks a different language, one of corporate policies, QR menus, and pre-authorized credit holds. Every smile feels scripted, every gesture comes with terms and conditions. And in this transformation, something deeper has broken: trust. One commenter said it with brutal clarity. The mafia moved out, and the real criminals moved in. That line cuts to the heart of what people feel, not nostalgia for crime, but nostalgia for humanity. Ironically, when the mob ran things, they understood fun. They knew that if people felt lucky, they'd spend. If they lost, they'd still come back. Today's Vegas doesn't care if you win or lose, only that you pay before leaving. The betrayal isn't just financial, it's emotional. The city that once sold dreams now rents illusions. What used to feel like magic now feels like marketing. Visitors return expecting warmth, but find warning signs. Locals remember camaraderie, but see only calculation. And beneath all the glitter, Vegas has become the saddest kind of ghost town, one where the lights never go out, but the soul already has. But the story doesn't end there. Because when a city built on hope starts feeding on itself, the collapse isn't just moral, it's economic. The domino effect. When greed becomes the business model, collapse is never far behind. The empty tables, the shorter lines at check-in, and the quiet casino floors aren't just signs of a slow night. They're the symptoms of a system that's starting to eat itself. It begins with the tourists. They spend less, visit less often, and talk louder online than ever before. Reddit threads, TripAdvisor reviews, and YouTube comments read like an obituary for a city that once knew how to smile. I spent $200 just for parking and fees, never again. That's not a complaint, that's a warning. Then come the workers. Dealers, bartenders, waiters, the human faces of Vegas now face reduced tips, erratic hours, and layoffs justified as automation. Many who once lived proudly in the city's heartbeat are now moving out, replaced by machines and corporate slogans. As the service quality declines, the spiral accelerates. Fewer happy tourists mean fewer tips. Fewer tips mean more resentment. More resentment means worse service. The loop tightens until no one, not the guest, not the worker, not even the city, is winning anymore. Even airlines are cutting routes. A recent visitor put it best. Some airlines have reduced flights to Vegas because of the lack of tourism, the beginning of the end. Behind the neon glow lies a brutal equation. Profit without people equals decline without end. Vegas used to sell luck, now it's gambling with its own future. And while the corporations count quarterly earnings, they're missing the real jackpots slipping through their fingers: trust, loyalty, and love for the city itself. Because when a place built on hope forgets how to give hope, it stops being a destination. It becomes a warning sign. But if you think this economic decay is where it ends, think again. Because the final stage isn't about money, it's about the death of the city's soul. What's left of the magic? The lights still shine, the fountains still dance, the music still plays. But something feels off, like a magic trick where you already know how it ends. Las Vegas still looks alive, yet every shimmer hides a silence that's hard to ignore. Greed has become the new house game. The odds are rigged not just at the tables, but in every corner of the experience. The slot machines pay out less, the blackjack tables pay 6 to 5 instead of 3 to 2, and even luck feels automated. The thrill that once defined the Strip has been replaced by strategy, theirs, not yours. One viewer wrote, "No amount of neon can hide greed forever." And that's the truth. You can't market authenticity once it's gone. You can't sell magic when you've priced out everyone who believed in it. Vegas didn't just overcharge its visitors, it overestimated their patience. For the locals who built this city, the bartenders, dealers, performers, this isn't just an economic crisis, it's personal. Every empty chair and dimming smile is a reflection of a city that forgot why it mattered. But maybe, just maybe, there's a lesson hidden beneath the glitter. Vegas has always reinvented itself, from desert outpost to entertainment capital. Perhaps it can do so again, if it remembers one simple rule. People don't come here to be managed, they come here to feel alive. Because when you strip away the lights, the fees, and the slogans, all that's left is a choice between greed and grace. And if Las Vegas chooses greed again, it may keep the lights on, but the magic, the soul, and the people who once made it sparkle will never return.